Rings is directed by F. Javier Gutierrez and is the third movie in the American Rings films, which are based off of the Japanese films called Ringu and Ringu 2. Now, full disclosure, before I continue, I have not seen any other Ring movies. This is my first one, so if I miss anything or mess up a fact, just know that I am an outsider as far as the other movies go. I'm just basing on what I've seen with this movie. So the story goes that there's this videotape with very disturbing images and video on it. It basically details the suffering of this little girl, and whoever watches this video has 7 days until they die after they've watched it. So after this young girl named Julia watches the video, she and her boyfriend Holt, who has also watched the video, must find the origins of the video and try to stop it. Firstly, let me just say that I think this is a really cool concept. The whole, once you watch this videotape, you have a certain amount of time before you die. I think that's cool because there's a sense of urgency that runs throughout the movie. The need to find somebody else to watch the video so that the person who last watched it doesn't have that burden anymore. I found that to be very intriguing. And that's what I thought I was getting with this movie, but I was wrong. That's what I thought I was going to get at first, but then the movie, after it reached a certain point, it got into generic land. When I was walking out of the theater, I was thinking to myself, that wasn't bad. That wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible. It was fine. I don't think I'll remember it, but the more I'm thinking about it, it's just forgettable altogether. I do have some positives, though. Firstly being, the scenes involving the little girl are admittedly very creepy. You could tell that she's just very tortured and she just wants to rain hell on everybody who watches this video. I also thought the connection between the girl and her boyfriend, I thought that was okay in parts, but not the best. But mostly as a non-fan of these Ring movies, I feel like that this is wasted potential. Because like I said, the concept of somebody watching this videotape and having 7 days before they die is intriguing, like I said. And I can tell that there is a good movie hiding within this movie. I'll give you an example, and this is not a spoiler because they released this on YouTube. If you would have seen it, you would have seen it, and believe me, it's not a spoiler. In the very beginning of the movie, there's this airplane that's going to land in Seattle. There's a bunch of people on the plane. One gentleman has seen the video, and he leans over to tell someone about it, and of course she thinks he's crazy. But little do we know, it's this guy's 7th day. So of course he starts to die. And as he starts to die, this creepy Ring girl starts to mess with the airplane controls and the TV monitors and everything. And the plane eventually goes down because of this. But I have a better idea. If I were making this movie, I would have the Ring video play on a random in-flight entertainment monitor. Hell, make it 2 or 3, spice it up a little bit. Once these 3 random people see the video, they go crazy. And they tell everyone, like, I saw this video, I'm gonna die in 7 days. Everyone thinks they're crazy, and by the end of the 7 days, they end up dying. That would be a really great horror movie. It would be paranoid, it would have a sense of urgency, but instead, in the movie we got, it was just generic, with the same generic transgression, and generic this, and generic that, and generic jump scares, and my god, I have had the jump scares. This movie had the wrong kind of jump scares. The jump scares where there's a loud noise, and it just turns out to be nothing. Probably the worst out of all of them is when there's a loud noise and this boyfriend's 2 college friends are like, hey, you want to go to a bar? And I'm sitting there like, really? You wasted a scare on that. The bottom line is this, guys. If you are a Ring fan, I would say watch it just for continuity's sake. But if you're not, I would say pass. It's just nothing that you've never seen before. And that is all from me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the big red subscribe button below. And if you want to follow me on social media, the links will be in the credits. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.